Welcome everyone to the first ever video for Kelgate's Collections. I'm Kelgate here, and as you can see, we're about to play Hand of Fate by Defiant Devlopment. Now, I bought this game a little while ago. Did it on the summer sale for Steam. My computer at the time couldn't handle it. So here we go. Got a new computer. First time doing this. Let's see how it works, shall we? Also, we got my little friend here. Wario's here to help us out. He's a bit uncomfortable to lean on, but let's see how this does. He should be alright. I am using a controller, as you can see. You can play with the keyboard and mouse and a controller, but I'm not a good PC gamer. Never really played PC gaming before, so I'm going to stick with the controller for now. If I'm going to switch in between, I'll switch in between. I'll let you guys know. But right now I'm using an Xbox 360 controller. As you can see by the say, it says select A to start. I haven't played this before, so this should be an interesting time. We'll keep going until I die for the most part, so hopefully I don't die too badly. It could be a very short Let's Play. Well, let's go.
One more for the game. Come, sit.
As you can see,
have passed the 13 gates. And you come to my table to play the game of life and death. Your stake is wagered. I refuse none who come here. Yet, I say, turn back.
as you can see, this game is a bit different than most games. It's a mixture and combination of several different games. Most state it's more like a deck building game, which you can see with the cards, but it's also a bit of an RPG and choose your own adventure, and you're going to see why now in a little bit. We're going to start with very bare minimums. The dungeon will be laid out before us, and we will have to choose what we do, where we go, and we'll see what happens to us. It's very random.
Begins. One lives and one dies. Let us see what you are made of. Here is the first member of my court, the Jack of Dust. 12 in all must fall before you may challenge me.
So this is the first boss, as you would, for him to, in order to advance. The bandit leader is stronger and faster than most bandits encountered. He can become enraged, making powerful and blockable attacks. He also inspires his followers to steal gold on each hit. And underneath, as you can see in the italics, it's going to have a little flavor text about him. And I'll read this as we go as well, in case you can't see it that well. In the ruins of an ancient temple, among the eternally sifted sand dunes, lives the mysterious leader of the desert bandits, infamous for his reign of terror over any spice caravan that dare take their chances traveling through his domain. He rules as a king over the barren lands. He's laying out the cards for us.
Let the cards fall where they may. We begin.
So what he just did was lay everything out. We are the little figure, the small little figure over there in the corner, and each card represents a different floor of the dungeon where we could do almost anything, including fighting monsters, fighting battles, getting gold, random adventures where things fall on our head or we fall off cliffs. It could be anything, and we don't really know what's going to happen at the beginning. So that's where we begin. So we start with
Fair Merith. I'm not surprised to find that this encounter remains vivid in your memories.
One day in a city forest, you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. I am Merith of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped the mortals of this realm. What boon would you ask of me? I will ask for supplies, I think is probably best. I don't need gold yet, don't see any merchants or any need for it. As for longer life, I don't need any more health, so supplies. The dealer draws... This bread will sustain you for many days. The dealer draws you 2 food gain cards, so this will allow me to gain more food.
I'm sure you're grateful for that.
Of different numericals, so this is 3. And this is 3, so really great start. Remember, mortal, that bold heroes make for great ballad, but survivors think twice before meddling in the fears of gods and monsters. So, we could go back if we want, or we can go forward from here. Now, there's only really one way to go yet, but as we progress through the dungeons and go up or downstairs, can't remember if it's up or down, sorry, we will progress into further and more complex mediums. So we'll be going up and down, and it'll be more dungeons, so we have more options of which way we're going to go.
That first moment, that glinting weapon, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing like it.
You see a weapon glinting in the sunlight, lying next to a skeleton at the bottom of the canyon. I'm going to climb down and retrieve the weapon, because I like weapons. I know there's thick vines, perfect for climbing, but there could be more dangers, so let's check it out. So,
choose
what's
from
happening
these
now?
options.
As you can see, there's 3 success cards, which will grant me a weapon, and 1 failure. If I get the failure, something bad will happen, and I don't get it. And success means I will get it. And of course, I get the 1 failure to start. You begin to make your way down the cliff face, but soon slip and fall painfully to the rocks below. So much for the good start. Yeah, so much for that good start. We're already starting off bad. Again. Ooh, 5 health.
Oh dear.
Which, I still get the weapon though, so that's pretty good. It wasn't too bad, only lost 5 health. You can definitely lose a lot more, I think. So there's my first weapon. Just a sword, very basic. Damage, damage 23, press X to strike enemies. So X is your strike command. Which is better than my current rusty axe. I would like to equip the sword.
A moment to savor. That will make you much more effective.
Next we will progress to the next one. Mr.
I was
Lionel.
never a fan of illusion or pretense. Here I'll make an exception.
Whilst enjoying your evening meal at the local tavern, a strange old man takes the seat next to yours. He taps your shoulder quite painfully with his wooden staff to get your attention. And you notice that he appears to be a goblin, poorly disguised as a human. His wizened face grins at you with a hint of madness. My name is Mr. Lionel. If you give me what I need, boy, I'll conjure up your heart's desire with this wizard and wand of my own creation. Ask him what he needs. Need? I need to help you. Mr. Lionel taps his staff on the ground and a shield materializes at your feet. There you go, old bean! He smiles a warm grin that reveals his chipped and yellow teeth. Your face reminds me of my son. I haven't met you before, have I? I really hope we're not the goblin son, because that would be very awkward. So now we got a shield. The shield will allow us to reflect blows and provide us with more ability to counter and strike effectively. So shields with this trait allow the hero to reflect projectiles back at the attacker. This must be performed with precise timing as the projector draws near. So the Y button is to reflect. Press Y. And counters also Y. Weapons with this trait allow the hero to counter the foe's attacks. Look for the green attack indicators above foes. Press the Y button to counter. So they'll have a trigger up above their head, almost like a spider sense type thing, or like Arkham Asylum and things like that. That will tell you when to counter.
You can now reflect your opponent's ranged attacks using your shield. Make good use of this skill if you wish to survive.
Then before you can stop him, with inhuman speed, he snatches a pickled onion off your plate and sprints out the tavern door. So he's gone. Really hope we're not, you know, a relative of him. He also needs to see a dentist, clearly. And there's the stairs.
Down once more, seeking the heart of it all.
So we're going down the stairs. We could turn back. There's really no reason to turn back, so let's take the stairs. And I believe this was just the tutorial level of the dungeon, so not too bad. We'll try and get one more floor done if I survive.
You're on the final floor of our simple map. Your opponent waits here for you. Find him. If you defeat me, well, it is early to be talking about victories and losses. Let us see what you're made of.
Okay, so he said as great as he could, this is a simple map. That's why we haven't encountered...
I'm sure it's not called Dead Man's Gorge without reason.
I was gonna say we never encountered any fights yet, but clearly we're about to encounter something. While crossing the ancient rope bridges of Dead Man's Gorge, you hear sounds of movement from below. It's an ambush! Draw one monster card. So, as you can see, different areas, like this one called Dead Man's Gorge, will draw monster cards, and they could be anything. So, we hope for the best, and hopefully it's not too bad. 2 of dust. So that means there's going to be 2 enemies. There's going to be 2 enemies in this encounter. Probably bandits, I would assume, since this is still a simple map. And there he goes, outfitting me so I can fight.
You can now counter your opponent's attacks. Hit the counter button when you see the flashing indicator.
And just give me basic controls on how to fight. There's my movement. Pretty basic stuff. Not too bad. Got through that pretty easily, but this is still just a simple map. As you can see, it is an arena style map, so we are contained within the environment. Oh, I get 1 equipment.
Increasing the effect of one sort of magic with another. All you need is a channel for power, and it's simple enough.
So this will allow me to gain more healing, double the healing, so any damage we take won't be drastic. We gain 5 food. Food will go down with each step we go, by the looks of it anyway. So I'm gonna go right. Yeah, food goes down with each one. Traveling Tinker. Don't think this is a bad encounter. In a shady grove of the beaten trail, you find a traveling merchant looking to trade with wandering adventurers. I'll approach the shop. I got 40 gold to myself. Greetings, wise traveler. I have much to offer you.
If you were wondering why you've been collecting all that gold, you now have your answer. We're starting to get into the meat of the game now. The back and forth between resources and rewards.
I think I still got enough food for right now, so I'm gonna see what items he has. We have a sword already, we have a shield. You could upgrade to the axe. I think I want to probably grab the axe.
A peasant's weapon, but effective nonetheless. Interesting choice.
Get out there, and I want to sell my items, so I would like to sell a sword. And let's see what the value of sword is. Oh, with this 7 gold. I think I'm going to keep my money and just do it like that. I don't want to go down too much gold in case there's an encounter or something that will allow me to spend more.
You can always review your cards here.
Just want to make sure my axe is equipped. As you can see, we have a helmet. We don't have any blessings or curses. We have armor. Not very good armor, but we have armor. We have the axe. And we don't have gloves, trinkets, artifacts yet. So, from here I can go back and go up, but I think I'm just going to go up. Ooh, a winding trail.
An ambush. Hardly fair, is it?
Clearly, this is where we're going to get into some issues with more fighting. Just 1 monster card again. Suddenly, a tree falls across your path, blocking the way ahead. 3 of dust. Weapons bristle from the trees around you. These wielded faces squared by the gives all your gold or die. Now, if I spent all my gold in the equipment area, or the traveler tinker, I would have gladly given them my gold, whatever I had left. But I gotta attack them now. Because I don't want to give them up anything I want. This is my goal. This is my goal. The warrior's goal. Wah ha ha! So you can see I'm equipping my weapons as I go. I just equipped the HUD to fun as well. Combat's not too tough right now. Not too bad. This is still a simple map. These guys aren't that strong. It gives you a good enough reaction time to counter because their attacks are slow at the beginning. But something tells me these guys are going to pick up when we get into the actual meat of this. We'll get another equipment. I got the axe.
Are you a woodsman turned warrior now?
Yes. I am a lumberjack, mate. I'll take all the axes we can. Just for fun, I'm going to equip it.
Is that what you're going to do?
And there's only one area we haven't encountered. And there's the Jack of Dust.
You have reached my first champion. A good man, driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron I forge my tools. Now we see your metal.
So, the very cool part of Hand of Fate, as you can see, is that the guy that's sitting right across me with these champions are going to talk with every step I make through the encounter. So he's going to tell me what happens, what these guys are about, giving plenty of story to the adventure, so we're not just me and him sitting down and talking out what's happened to me as going the course of the battle. He's actually giving me history about these characters, about these environments, about these travelers, about all the encounters. So let's see if we can do this.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
Can I beat him is the question. So far it's been easy to beat these bandits, but this guy's probably going to be tougher. And he got 4 bandits with him. Dust must mean bandits in this case, dust bandits. So let's see, it's probably best to try and take out his entourage
Some
first.
enemy attacks cannot be blocked or countered. Get out of the way or stop them with your own counterattack.
Like what I'm doing is trying to surround myself away from the bandit leader as best I can, so I can take out the entourage fairly easily. This will allow me to fight the bandit leader one-on-one a lot easier for me. Oh, almost got hit that, huh? Oh, I believe everybody else is dead. Oh, he got me. Ah, I got me again. The late hit is taking gold for me. So I can't counter the red ones. If it pops up green, I can't counter. Like that one I can counter. So I think kill strikes in and out. That's my best method. There we go. So he wasn't too bad. I did get hit twice. I shouldn't have gotten hit. That was a bad part on my account.
Down into the worms with him. Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul. One champion has been sent to the cabinet. Yet we are only at the start of our road. You will face 11 more opponents who will test your strength, your memories, and your resolve.
Bring it on.
If you fall at the first hurdle, none reach the last. We have wagered, and you have won. You may claim your rewards, yet I will also claim mine. As you improve, so do I. Balance must be retained.
So let's see what we get. Okay, so I get 6 new cards. Let's hope for something good. Fingers crossed. Jack of Skulls. I don't know if that's good. Death King's Hall. These are, by the looks of it, these are dungeon rooms that will be part of my deck that will increase encounter and make it more difficult and maybe make it more interesting. Who knows? River and Captain of the Guards. Oh, here comes some more. These are equipment that I can get now. Mercenary contract? I like the sound of that. Not going to complain about mercenary contract. Desperate Measures might be pretty good too. Got a name? I enjoy that name. And these are the new challenges. So there's now a bandit attack, maze and traps, and goblins. Maybe we'll find Mr. Lionel
again.
But instead, I think this is probably a good chance to stop our first encounter with this guy. We bet the simple map. The simple map is done. We can be happy about that. Wario survived. I survived. We're going on to level 2 and see what challenge approaches us next. This has been Kelgate from Kelgate Collections. Thank you all for watching. Please like, link, and subscribe. All that good stuff if you want. And I'll be signing off and seeing you next time. If you like this video, click the like button now. If you want to subscribe, here's your chance.